The word for you today, it's Monday, July the 15th. Next 3 days, we're going to be talking about anchors for your soul. What's an anchor? Well, an anchor is something that you let down to hold your place, to keep you in one place. So, something that keeps us in one place for our soul. Obviously, it has to do with God. So what is it about God that keeps you solid, keeps you from drifting, keeps you safe? In Acts chapter 27, verses 23 and 24, Paul is talking. The religious leaders have arrested Paul and accused him of various things, and they've tried to kill him. He was tried by the Roman authorities and determined to be innocent. Yet the religious leaders continued to put pressure on the ruling party, the Romans. And so finally, Paul appealed to Caesar, which meant he was going to Rome. On the way to Rome by ship, Paul told those that were making the decisions when to leave on the ship that it's not a good time to go. This is the wrong season to head out from here. But the weather seemed to be agreeable, so they decided to go. Bad decision. It was the wrong time of the year to be traveling on the Mediterranean Sea. They refused to listen to him and found themselves in a major storm. They were all panicking. But then Paul comforted them with these words in verse 23 and 24. He told them, he said, "Last night an angel of the Lord, an angel of the God whose I am," in other words, my God, and whom I serve, stood beside me and said, "Last night the God I serve stood beside me, and he said, 'Do not be afraid, Paul. You must stand trial before Caesar, and God has graciously given you the lives of all who sail with you.'" Paul had confidence in the middle of a storm. Why? Because he heard from God. How about ourselves? We find ourselves in storms in life. Are you confident? We can hate where we are and still be confident in God. So are you confident when you find yourself in a storm? Are you confident in your relationship with God? Well, how can we have confidence in God? Well, there's a believing in God. Okay, believing in God, that's a good thing. But you know, Satan believes in God. The demons believe in God. But it doesn't change how the decisions that they make. We must not just believe in God, but we must believe God. It's taking him at his word. And when we take him at his word, it changes decisions that we make. It affects decisions and how we live our life. It's trusting his presence in our lives. Take Abraham for instance. God told him to leave his country and his home, and he did. He believed in God, but he also believed God, that God would have something good for him. Then God told him to sacrifice his son, his only son. And Abraham was willing to do that. Why? Because he not only believed in God, but he believed that God would take care of the situation. When we believe God, it affects our decisions. When we believe in God, it may not affect our decisions. Forgiveness, telling others about him, making decisions, all of those are things that are affected when we believe God. So do you believe in God or do you believe God? One night there was a house that caught on fire. A young boy was in the upstairs bedroom and fire all over the house, and everybody had gotten out of the house except this young boy. And he climbed out of the window and he's on the roof and he's hollering and yelling, and his dad's down below and saying, "Jump, son, jump, I'll catch you." The boy says, I can't. His father says, "Son, you gotta jump." The boy says, "But Dad, I can't see you." The dad says, "Son, it doesn't matter. I can see you. Jump." And that's what it's like with God. You say, "I can't see God," so it doesn't matter. God can see us. Believing God means jumping even when we cannot see him physically. Why? Because we believe that God is who he says he is, and God will do what he says he will do, and he will take care of us. And we don't just jump. We jump when God tells us to jump. And we jump where God tells us to jump. The boy didn't run around the other side of the house and jump. He got to the edge of the roof, and his dad said, "Okay, son, now jump. I can't see you, Dad. No, but I can see you. I just need you to jump and I will catch you. And that's what God tells us. We're in the middle of a storm. He will be the anchor for our soul. We may not be able to see him, but he can see us. What storm are you in right now in your life? And you just need to believe God. Not just believe in God, but believe God, that he loves you and he will take care of you. Have a good day.